We're going to take a look through the papers now with Deepti Laurent. Hi, Deepti.
Hi, Jeannie.
Lots of focus on the UK. There is that election tomorrow, a general election pitting Boris Johnson against Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn.
That's right. And the British papers are making their final pleas, their final endorsements to readers today ahead of that general election. Let's start with The Guardian, which talks about Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn's final scramble for votes in the most important election in a generation, it says. The election being closely fought despite early predictions of a win for the Tories. The Guardian's editors today backing Jeremy Corbyn, saying that Britain's best hope lies with the Labour Party, even if it does have flaws.
The Guardian, a left-leaning paper. What are the Conservative papers saying?
Well, they're obviously backing Boris Johnson. The Daily Mail says Britain's future is down to the wire. The tabloid urging its readers not to sleepwalk into catastrophe. Use your vote and stop us plunging into the greatest crisis since the war, it says on its front page. The Times and its editorial backing Johnson too, not a surprise there. The Conservative Daily saying that the country faces a choice between, quote, a party that can deliver Brexit and one that will deliver economic mayhem. Finally, The Sun, very unequivocal in its support for Johnson on its front page. Boris ticks all the boxes, it says, sorting out Brexit, lowering taxes, and keeping us safe.
Now, the campaign, despite its serious issues, hasn't been without its lighter moments.
Well, that's right. I mean, much hilarity came from Boris Johnson channeling that famous doorstep scene from the film Love Actually, and he sort of made it into a campaign thing. He's been promptly lampooned in the left-leaning press, as you see from The Guardian cartoonist Steve Bell today, while The Telegraph's Patrick Blower chose to recreate the scene, but with Jeremy Corbyn there, who's been given a resounding rejection.
Something completely different now. Bushfires in Australia continue to devastate the country, which has been engulfed in thick, smoky haze for days now.
That's right, Jeannie. That smoky haze has polluted the air so much that office smoke alarms are going off in some places. Unprecedented fire conditions have already destroyed around 2.7 million hectares and countless wildlife. And it's not even officially summer yet. The air pollution in Sydney spiked to over 12 times the hazardous level on Tuesday. That's according to this website, Science Alert. To give you an idea, those levels mean that it's even worse than in India or China. Many warning that it's a taste of the arid, smoky future that awaits Australia, an airpocalypse, if you like. And yet, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison continues to downplay the link with climate change. This writer saying, what will Australian cities look like with continued sea level rises, hotter temperatures, longer droughts, and super fires? Well, this week, we needed to imagine no longer.
Myanmar's Aung San Suu Kyi has presented her country's defense against genocide charges at the International Court of Justice.
That's right. And there's a lot of reactions about how symbolic this moment is. Let's show you this article from the Irrawaddy. It's a Myanmar paper, which says it's a steep fall for Aung San Suu Kyi, who affirmed her status as a human rights champion in 1991 with the Nobel Peace Prize. Defending her country against genocide charges is kind of a, quote, personal black swan moment. This writer, by the way, writing anonymously for the paper, says that while Suu Kyi may be personally blameless for the genocide charges, her choice to maintain silence over the violence is now shackling her.
Now, something completely different. Every year, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary reveals its word of the year. The word of 2019, donc, is based on searches on its website.
That's right. And that word is a very ordinary word this year, Jeannie. It's a common pronoun. It's they. The gender-neutral pronoun has been used forever in the English language. But in recent years, it's become the pronoun preferred by non-binary people, those who identify neither as male or female. Singer Sam Smith, he identifies as non-binary. U.S. Congresswoman gave a speech this year about her non-binary child, and a non-binary model even graced the catwalk of Paris this year. So it's been in the news a lot. Apparently, searches for the word spiked by 313% this year compared to 2018.
That's certainly a lot. All right, let's wrap up now with a man who co-invented one of the world's most ubiquitous things who's passed away.
That's right. His name was George Laurer. He's not a household name, but he did create helped create one of the most important household items. It was the barcode. The electrical engineer was working for a company back in the 70s that was wanting to develop a barcode to try and speed up checkout lines and track inventory. Initially, just across the U.S., he and a team produced the Universal Product Code, which is apparently scanned more than 6 billion times every single day, according to the Washington Post. Laura never received any royalties from his invention. He could have earned an estimated $17 billion just in the 25 years that followed that invention.
Incredible. All right, Deepti, thanks for that. Deepti Kallaron with that look at the papers today. Don't forget, you can take another look if you like on our website. The address is france24.com.